Like we are live. Welcome everybody. Today we are going to be unboxing and configuring the brand new, just released today, G6-PTZ camera. So we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's take a look at the specs. By the way, if you're in the chat and you're watching this, make sure you say hello. Let me actually switch over to this view here, where we can see some of the specifications of the G6-PTZ. Now, first thing you're gonna notice is that this was released today. It is already sold out. So I don't have any information about when it's gonna be back in stock or anything like that, but it was available this morning, and for 399 bucks, I guess enough people thought it was a good buy. All right, so one of the cool things about this device, you'll notice right off the bat, is that it comes in multicolor. So it's gonna come in both white and black. I really like the black finish on this camera, but the black variant of the G6-PTZ is not available until, it says here, Q3 2025. And yes, if you guys are one of the lucky folks that got one this morning, you were able to grab this camera before it was sold out. It is now sold out. I received mine a few weeks ago, but I have not taken it out of the box yet. So we've got it right here. We're going to do that momentarily, and you guys will be seeing this camera for the first time alongside me, because I've resisted the urge to take this thing out of the box thus far. All right, so let's take a look at some of the specs. So all-weather 4K dual lens camera with 10x hybrid zoom. Hybrid zoom usually means a combination of software zoom and digital zoom. Excuse me. No, what is it called? Well, it's like actual zoom versus digital zoom. Like zoom that's manipulated by the software versus I can't think of the word for the actual zoom. If you guys know what that is, put that. Optical zoom. That's what it is. Okay, so optical zoom versus digital zoom. 1 1/8 inch 8 megapixel image sensor, multi-tops AI engine. So that's interesting. So along with the release of this camera, they just released UniFi Protect 6. UniFi Protect 6.0, which is, they're making the AI features more and more embedded into the functionality of UniFi Protect. So if you have the AI key, you've already kind of been working with the AI functionality a little bit, but these newer cameras have that sort of, some of the AI processing built right into the camera, and they're gonna be less reliant on the AI key itself. Okay, so let's see, and ultra latency pan tilt zoom control for motion tracking. Now, apparently, alongside UniFi 6, and we'll look at UniFi 6 here in just a bit after I get this thing unboxed when we're starting to set it up. But apparently now there's also patrol mode. So we're gonna check out patrol mode if I can find that in the interface. I have already updated my UniFi 6 here at the Crosstalk office. UniFi Protect 2 version 6 here at the Crosstalk office. And so hopefully we can check out patrol mode. Now, one of the things that I don't have here at the office is an AI key. I have one at home, I don't have one here. So we will see what the capabilities of this camera are without the AI key. Okay, but without further ado, let's get this thing out of the box. I even have a top-down camera. Look at this. All right, so I'm sure it's going to be well packaged like all the UniFi gear. Quick start QR code, and here is the camera itself. Okay, make sure not to drop the thing. All right. Okay, so yeah, very nicely packaged. Supposedly it is capable of arm mount, surface mount, ceiling, wall, or pole mount. So very flexible in terms of the mounting options, and they even have If you look at here, for example, a conduit adapter for this camera as well. And let's get this thing opened up. Okay, look at that. All right, it says top. Jeff says top down needs to be mirrored. Now that's all right. I'm not going to take time to do that. Some people, that annoys the heck out of some people. Like my right hand is over here, and so yes, it does need to be mirrored. I'm not going to stop the live stream to do that right now, however. But here we can see the camera itself. This looks like. Oh yeah, so it's got little instructions on all of these. Sorry, again, that's not going to be facing the right way as far as the text goes, but it doesn't really matter. We do have a number of mounting options in here. Holy moly. What is this guy down here? Oh, this is the pole mount. So I think that's what I'm going to be using, is the pole mount. And we'll have to figure out how all of these things fit together. And you'll figure it out along with me here. So let's take a look at the camera itself. Underneath the camera, looks like we have a hose clamp, or a Jubilee clip, as they're called in the UK. We have the little UniFi tool for popping off the. Oh, it even comes with a little Allen wrench. So we have the UniFi tool, which is used for unlocking stuff. Then we have the Allen wrench. We have a couple of screws. And we should have, it looks like these are the security screws, because these surveillance cameras typically do come with security screws as well. Let's pull this off the front. There we go. All right, so look at that. Wow. All right, so PoE up on top. And then it looks like this one. Please ensure rubber grommet is securely fastened to prevent water damage. So this is, I believe, IP66 weatherproof. Let's see if we can tell from the document here. Microphone, integrated LED and spotlight, telephoto lens, light sensor, wide-angle lens, speaker. Oh, it's a two-way camera, so it has a speaker and a microphone. 10x hybrid zoom. There's the image sensor, multi-tops AI engine. Oh, here it is. IP66 weatherproof. Okay, so let's get this thing going here. Okay. All right, little sticker off of there. So I assume, okay, so the cable has to come up through here somehow. Probably shouldn't take the sticker off. All right, so again, you guys are seeing this for the first time along with me. How does that wire through? It wires like up and over, it shows. Please ensure the rubber grommet. Okay, so this just says the same thing. Okay, I see a place for the cable right here in the back. All right, so this little thing comes out here. And so for this one, cable goes in here. And then there's like, so this right here, let me look at the top down. You guys can see, whoop, there it is. This right here is like a rubbery grommet thing. Whoop, right there. So the cable's gonna go up through there. Oh yeah, oh that's cool. And then this sort of like swivels inside of here. But then how does it, oh, I see what it does. So it's gonna lock on. I think this part goes on here. Okay, all right, so locked and unlocked. All right, so let me do unlocked. Then this goes on top like so. You can see how that fits on. And then this twists and locks it in place like that. Oh, that's really cool design. I like that a lot. All right, so, but then what is this piece here? This must be for, so it's got the same like locking mechanism. Oh, I see it. Okay, 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 okay. So this is a different type. The same concept, though. Let me pull out this cardboard here. Okay, so this one here, oh, and again, another rubber grommet right there. And then this one here, the cable comes in through the back, and then up and down, and then this will go on like so, and then lock it in. Oh, it probably goes on at an angle. Yeah, that goes on at an angle, and then locks in, and then this covers it up. This is if you're gonna do the pole mount, like so. All right, that's cool. All right, I like it. So we're figuring it out as we go here. Yeah, 2 lenses on this sucker. All right, so which do I want to do? Now I'm gonna pole mount the thing. And so since I'm gonna be pole mounting it, Dave says, I love how all IT guys are the type to just figure it out like a puzzle instead of reading the instructions. You're not wrong, but also like the lighting in here is pretty low, and like I don't have my glasses, my reading glasses, because I'm an old man. So it's hard to see sometimes, but I got it figured out. So this is a table stand. You know what, let's set it up with this table stand first, and then what we'll do is we will connect it to the pole. Actually, we probably don't even need to connect it to the pole. All right, so I've got a cable right here ready to go. Now this is one of the bendable Ubiquiti cables with this long boot on it. So I'm not sure if this one's actually gonna work, but let's try it. So the way this is gonna go is through the channel and then into the hole right here. You can see this rubber grommet, so let's get this stuck through the hole. There we go. Right, and then down through here. Rubber grommet goes in, and now we've got a channel for this cable. And we should be able to, you know what, I'm gonna unplug it from the switch on the other side first. We're gonna get this plugged into the camera first, just in case it doesn't fit properly, and then we'll power it up with PoE. All right, so it's in there like so. Bring this down. Okay, okay. I think it's actually gonna, oh, is this gonna work? Yeah, I think this is gonna work. All right, lock it in. Locked. And now, oh yeah, that's actually not gonna work. So the, this Ubiquiti cable with the long boot on it, with the bendy boot, as I call it, I think that's a trademark name. That is not going to work for this thing. So I have a different cable. I'll go grab one. All right, I'll be right back. We're going to grab a different cable, one that doesn't have the big long bendy boot on it. Okay. So this one is actually an ether lighting cable. But it's a big, long ether lighting cable. Look at the size of this thing. But I'm not going to be using this with an ether lighting switch. We're just going to wing it in here. And so once again, I'm going to go through the rubber grommet, plug it into the camera. Oh, hang on. Through the rubber grommet, through this thing, the tabletop mount, also the ceiling mount, I assume. Into here, put this on top, lock it in. There we go, we are locked. And now, tabletop mount, look at that. All right, very cool. Okay, we don't need this for now. Let's plug it in. All right, this switch provides PoE plus power, so that should be sufficient for this camera. You see the little light just came on right there. Oh, hello. PTZ. It's looking around my office. Okay. Hey, little guy. All right, I like this thing so far. Okay, let me pull up UniFi. Okay, so while we're going to get this thing adopted, I do want to show you guys that, oh, look at right there, new device detected, G6-PTZ detected on Crosstalk Office. We're going to say add. Oh no, did it get rid of the wizard? No, here it is. Okay, good. Because I wanted to go through this UniFi 6 wizard. Okay, so I just updated my office here to Protect 6. And so let's look at these various options here, or the various features that it's going to display to us. So Spotlight, quickly access key insights through a new dashboard widget. All right, so we've got spotlights here. We're going to have to check that out. Find anything enhancements. New interface with improved filtering and integrated people/vehicle sections. Okay, cool. Playback updates. Refreshed interface with integrated detections and analytics. Oh, look at that. Object idle time. Monitor how long detected objects remain stationary. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how useful that is, but it's pretty cool. I guess this would be for like a parking lot type of situation. If a car pulls up and you want to, be notified if they're parked in the wrong spot for too long or something like that. And then we've got system log improvements. By the way, little sneak peek of what we're working on behind the scenes here at Crosstalk. Just for you folks on the live stream, don't tell anyone else. We are in the process of fully figuring out how to utilize UniFi with Cisco Splunk SIEM server. So taking all of the logging out of UniFi, pushing it over to Splunk, and then being able to pull out of that useful information on a per client multi-site basis. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have some content on that at some point here. Okay, so we're going to say got it. Oops, got it. And here's the G6-PTZ. Click to adopt. Let's go ahead and do it. Boom. All right. Well, I guess that's it. It looks like it's adopted. Yeah, you guys can see what my office looks like here from the other side. All right, so there's my camera. Let's see, how is this pulling my hand? Oh yeah, there we go. So there's my camera. There's you guys in the chat right there where I can see you. Oh, it's updating. All right, so it came in, it showed the screen for just a second, and now it's updating. So while that's updating, let's go over to the chat and see what's going on. Mac Telecom's here. Welcome, Mac. So Estes says, do ether lighting cables have a fiber in them for the light to travel through? It does not. So the ether lighting cables are simply like a frosted plastic end that when plugged into an ether lighting switch, it basically enhances the ether lighting effect. It glows through the boot of that Ethernet cable very nicely. They're specifically designed for ether lighting. Although there have been people that have said, hey, they should put a little fiber cord through the Ethernet cable so that you can actually light up the other end as well, except that would probably make the cables cost prohibitive for not much extra use out of them. Okay, so sorry, someone's dog thought that was their doorbell going off. They must have started barking and whatnot. Oh, by the way, for anyone who's not aware of this, Ubiquiti also today just released a new web page. So UI.com was revamped completely here. And you've now got sections for, if you go to how it works, you can choose different, basically, landing pages, right? Simple, large, massive scale, or multi-site. So they've sort of broken it out So like for home users, prosumers, small businesses, you're going to want to click on simple deployment, and then everything that's listed here is geared towards simple deployments, as opposed to when you go to, for instance, massive scale, this is all of their enterprise gear, right? So this is going to be focused on redundancy, WAN switch, EFGs, aggregation switches, etc. So kind of they revamped it to, listen, they got so many products. They got to do something to organize everything well on their webpage. So if you guys are interested, go check out the brand new UI.com. I actually just heard about this right before I started this live stream. Okay, let's see how we're doing over here. Yeah, we're still 30 seconds away from this update. Autistic Stoner, that's some name. What kind of camera was your G6-PTZ looking at? Oh, it wasn't looking at it. I'll show you that in a second. It was actually looking at a teleprompter. So I have the Elgato prompter, and then behind that Elgato prompter, I have the OBSBot, I want to say it's the Tail 2. It's an NDI camera. It works with Power over Ethernet over the network, and it's actually a pretty cool camera. Other than the fact it does this weird thing that you'll see every once in a while where it zooms all the way back and you can see me sitting here in my shorts, and then it zooms back into the regular view. I don't know why it does that. It's some sort of software issue that they haven't fixed yet. Is this gigabit or still 100? I believe this is gigabit. We can look at the tech specs. It should be gigabit. Oh, it's moving around. Look at that. Oh, it's looking all around. It's looking at my microphone. Oh, now it's looking up over there. Oh, now it's moving around again. It must be, I wonder if it's actually trying to detect motion or what it's actually doing right there. It's still booting up, I guess. All right, so let's look at this. Face recognition, yes. License plate recognition, yes. Smart detection, yes. 4K resolution, audio, two-way audio, IP66 weatherproofing with IK04 tamper resistance. Oh, it is a 100 megabit Ethernet port. It's not gigabit. Look at that. I mean, frankly, it doesn't need to be gigabit, right? There's no reason why. I mean, a 4K video stream is what, 4 or 5 megabits per second? So it doesn't actually need to be gigabit, and I'm sure Ubiquiti shaves off a few bucks by making it a 10100 Ethernet port in this thing. So resolution is 8 megapixels, so it's 3840 by 2160 at a maximum 30 frames per second. Woo, look at that power consumption. Max power consumption, 24.5 watts. Look at that. It's got a quad-core ARM Cortex-A53 chip or CPU in there. And blah, 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 all the rest of the stuff. All right, so let's go back to UniFi. There it is. All right, so this right here, in fact, we should be able to pan, tilt, zoom with this thing, right? There's the auto tracking. Oh, patrols. Oh, there's the patrol setting. Okay. Add shortcuts, person, vehicle, animal, take snapshot, settings. Where's the PTZ controls? Oh, you just use your keyboard? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh wow. Up, down. Okay, that's cool. Zoom in. All right. So there's my Elgato prompter. Oh, focus. Oh, I might have zoomed. Oh, look, it focused on the wall behind. You guys remember my Ethernet poster? It's on the wall behind me over here. You see that? The Ethernet painting. T568B. Let's see if I can get it to focus on this instead. It might be too close to focus on that. It's only about 4 feet away. Let's go out. There it goes. Okay. Oh, see, it switched the lens. You could see when it switched the lens. All right, so bringing it back out, bringing it back out. Let's go all the way out. All right, there we go. You can see how small this office actually is. Let's see, can I turn it all the way around to face me? Oh, hello. Hello, little camera. How are you? You kind of look like BB-8 a little bit, right? super wide angle. It doesn't focus in like super close. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so that's as far as it goes that way. Let's turn it around. Let's go back this way. All right. Let's see if I can zoom in on this box over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. All right, very cool. Very cool, very cool. All right, so what else do we want to do with this thing? I mean, that's the G. Oh, let's try to do the patrol mode. I know we were talking about that. So okay, so we reset to home. So how do you set the home position, though? I wonder. Let's see, settings. There is a way. I'm sure there's a way to set the home position. I got to figure that out. Whoops. Closed it out. Okay, internal storage. Insert an SD card to activate internal storage. So I do not have an SD card for it. Recording settings. Always record. What I like to do is, where's this? Okay, so I get rid of the logo. I like adding the camera name and the time and date stamp. Let's apply that. Oh, why is this off the bottom of the screen? Apply. Here we can see the different types of detections. Audio detections. Okay, so it can do all of the different audio detections, and it can do all of the different person detections. I don't see the license plate stuff. There's the microphone. Color night vision. So this is for when the spotlight pops on when it's dark. Share live stream with link. Okay, or you can set up RTSPS, excuse me, real-time streaming protocol. Okay, let's go back to the image. Oops. Return to home. Presets. Okay, here we go. Presets. All right, so no presets yet. All right, so let's move this thing around a little bit. And let's say we'll go up a little bit. And zoom in a little bit. And we're going to save as preset. Okay, so there's preset 1. That's not the home preset, though. And then there's action presets. 0 through 9. So this is preset 1. So now, if I take this thing and I zoom it back out and I pan it over here and then I hit 1, it goes back to that preset. That's cool. All right, I like that. Unmute sound. Hello. Check, check, check. Test, test, test. Lots of feedback. Talk through it. Oh, UI wants to use available microphones. All right, well, let's see if I can do this. Allow this time. I apologize, everybody. I probably should have known that was going to happen, right? See if the chat liked that. All right, let's go out of the full screen. Sorry for that, everybody. That was like right next to the microphone, too. If anyone was using headphones, I'm sorry I don't have insurance for that kind of thing. All right. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Patrols. Okay, so no active patrols. Please set at least 2 preset views before creating a patrol. Okay, so let's go to Save Preset. So we've got Preset 1. In fact, let's delete Preset 1. And let's set up a patrol. So we're going to go over here. We'll save as preset. And then we're going to go over here. Oh, not that far. And we're going to save as preset. Okay, so now if we go to patrols, create patrol, we're going to select our 2 presets. Next, preset duration. Okay, so name, patrol. We'll call this patrol test. Oh, I might be on the wrong thing. There we go. Sorry. Okay, sorry, folks. All right, so I created 2 presets, and then I hit patrol, add a new patrol. We're calling this patrol test. Can I move this? No, I can't. Sorry, it's my face is blocking a little bit of it, but you're not seeing that much. This says presets duration 20 seconds. And then we can say create. And I think supposedly, oh, so now we can say go on patrol. All right, and so now it should hang here for 20 seconds. And then it should go to the next patrol. And of course, it looked like you could add more than 2 in there. How long has it been? About 15 seconds? There it goes. Look at that. And up here it says patrol in progress. So now I imagine it'll hang here for 20 seconds, and then it'll go back to position 1. About now. About now. There it goes. Okay, so we now have patrol mode. Okay, so I can exit out of patrol mode. Let me get it back over here. There we go. And let me get out of full screen again so I can see the chat. There we go. Sorry, Roderick. Do a flip. Is there a flip? What's flip? Auto tracking. All right, so we got smart person or smart zoom. So if I turn on person and smart zoom, if I walk over there, it should grab me on the camera. Yep, look at that. All right. Oh, is it going to follow me all the way over? No, I got to the end of the... Oh, no, it did. It followed me all the way to here. Okay. All right, so now if I hit 1, there we go. It should go back to position 1. 2. Position 2. Okay. So that is the auto tracking. Mouse control. Mouse control. Oh, mouse control is wherever I click, it moves. And then I can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. So it doesn't rotate 360 degrees. It does have limits where it stops. All right, let's go back to 2. Very cool. Let's turn off mouse control. Add shortcuts. Oh, shortcuts. Hang on. Shortcuts are for when you have multiple cameras, I believe, and you can say like off the edge here, create a shortcut for a different camera. And this is so that when you're viewing footage, you can like click that next camera, and it'll sort of, you can follow someone through a sequence of cameras. That's what these shortcuts are, I believe. Take a snapshot, and then the settings, we have our regular image settings that we're kind of used to. Oop. There we go. Okay, and then this down here, oh, that's the zoom of this picture. And then there's our keyboard, save as preset. I do wonder how you set the home zone. Can I put it somewhere? Like, let's put it up to the ceiling. And like, let's do save as preset. Oh, so it just as preset saved. But when I have multiple presets, how do I pick which one is the home one? Huh. Anyone know how to set the home preset? Put that in the chat. All right, let's see what people are saying here. Kevin Brent says, I have a friend that has a camera on his work boat, and he wants to connect it to his VR via VPN when his boat is moving. What cellular Ubiquiti router do you recommend? I don't know offhand. I'm not too familiar with the cellular routers from Ubiquiti, and right now we're talking about this camera. Pan range is 350 degrees, so almost 360. Tilt range is 100 degrees, okay? How about a full 10x zoom on the box? We can do that. I'm just making sure the box doesn't have like my address on it or something. Yeah, no, we should be good. Oh, is it following me? You son of a bitch. All right, I like how it's following me. Okay, so full 10x zoom on the box, eh? All right, let's go to mouse control. Click here. And let's max the zoom, 10x. Okay, so it does zoom in 10x. It's a little blurry at this distance. 10x is obviously for, you know, not quite as far away. Let's see if I can bring it. What's it look at like at 6x? Better. And here you can see the other camera I have in this office. The only one that I really have is that one right there. It's the little tiny, what's that one called? I forget the name of that one. I think it's the G5 Micro or something, G5 Mini. Let's see, dashboard. Oh, I gotta close out of settings. There we go. It is the G5 Dome Ultra. That's the little camera that I've got over there. Okay, so under device settings, you can set the home view. All right, so UniFi devices, here's the device, settings, home view, there we go. Okay, thank you. Whoop. It's doing the microphone again. Let's see, can I mute my computer? All right, so I muted my computer. Hopefully that will prevent us from... Oh, no, that is. Okay, so here we go. Just pan, tilt, zoom it. So the home view we're going to say is... Oh, that's as far down as it goes. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. We'll say like that's our home view. And I think we can save that. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's how you set the home view. And now if I go to the playback, reset to home, should go to that view. Resetting. Oh, did it not save it? Or is this the home view? Hang on a second. Oh, that might be the home view. All right, reset to home. Yeah, okay, so that was working. Okay, cool. Set high viewer quality and then zoom in on the box. Okay, let's try that. Close this out. G6-PTZ video quality. Oh yeah, over here. Recording resolution, it's set to 4K. Yeah, it's set to best image quality already. I could set the encoding to advanced, I guess. Let's try this. Some browsers and devices, including Viewport, may not support advanced encoding, resulting in loss. All right, let's try enhanced. Oh, viewer, hang on. Viewer, video quality in the viewer is that auto setting next to volume at the bottom of the viewer. All right, let's take a look at that. Is that auto setting next to volume at the bottom of the viewer? Oh, high quality. Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's the viewer. Hang on a second. Let's actually do the zoom, though. Go down, zoom in. All right, so that's max. And so, yeah, it's still a little bit blurry at this distance. Again, I imagine the 10x zoom is for subjects that are much further away. You can see that when it switches lenses too. You see how it like switches at one point? Boom, right there. Boom. Boom. Interesting. Okay. How do motion zones, etc., work with PTZ? You know, that's a good question. I'm not sure. How do motion zones work with the PTZ? In fact, I don't see, is it in here? Audio detections, recording quality. Oh, edit motion zones. Let's see, default, sensitivity, turn on spotlight when dark. It's like if we wanted to mask out a section of the screen here, that would be my motion zone. Whoops, I'm not trying to print this. That would be my motion zone. Save. Huh. But it doesn't take into account moving the camera around. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I've never really played with motion zones and the PTZ cameras, because now if I move the camera around and I click into motion again, see, look, the motion zone moves with the image. So that doesn't really make that much sense. And then, like, what about, like, if you had privacy blackouts is disabled. Oh, add privacy blackout. Oh, never mind, it's not. Add a privacy blackout. So, like, if I wanted to add a blackout that was like this window, I don't think it's gonna, like, follow that window like it's AR. Save. Oh, it does. And it even, oh, that's cool. Look, it even gets bigger while it's moving around. If I zoom out, zoom in. Okay, so it does kind of work like AR. That's interesting. Oh, I like that a lot. Very cool. How do I delete this one? Remove, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot. I'm glad they did that. The motion stuff, the motion zone stuff doesn't seem quite fully baked. Because you'd think you'd be able to set up motion zones like, as the camera moves around, you'd think the motion zone would stick where you put it. But also the motion zone has to be like where the camera is actually pointing. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Cool. What else you guys want to know about this thing? Let's see. What's happening? Okay, so average fire channel says what's probably happening is each of the two lenses is actually fixed focus. So when switching to the tele lens, you're encountering the minimum focus distance. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's a more technical way of saying it than I've said. All right, let's see what else we got here. Never mind, that's cool. Says Dan Murray. Well, it seems like you set the zone on your home view, but it doesn't really work when you move or follow something. And it actually does. Tech in the City, Honolulu. Since it is 5x optical plus 2x digital, the overall sharpness should decrease beyond 5x. Yeah, I would agree with that as well. With the recent additions to UniFi Protect, it's actually made very attractive option when comparing to the likes of Hikvision and Dahua. All right, let's take a look here. Let's go back to UniFi. Nope. And where's the release notes for this version of UniFi? Okay, so version 6 was just dropped. Improvements. Added the Spotlight, a multifunctional shortcut section in the Protect dashboard. All right, so let's go to the dashboard. Where's my Spotlight? Spotlights help you monitor what matters most: people, vehicles, packages, and more across your cameras. Create a spotlight. Tim's car, neighborhood something, Cody, Molina. Spotlights help you monitor what matters most. Create a spotlight. Known face, it doesn't have any. Oh, face recognition events are disabled. Enable them in settings to use Spotlight for known faces. AI key is required for advanced AI event processing. That's for if you want to do something like alert me on a UPS truck or a FedEx truck, right? You need the AI key for something like that. License plate recognition is also disabled. Then we have activity. So we got our G6-PTZ, spotlight duration continuous, limited time inactive. Continuous will stay active until you remove it. Limited time, spotlight will be active for a set time. After that, it will be removed automatically. Spotlight will not detect new events, but you can still access it from the Spotlight Manager. So if we say limited time for 2 hours, like we could say known face, limited time 2 hours. Well, it won't let me create that. Why can I not create that? Am I unable to create a spotlight at all? Test. Oh, hang on, sorry. Sorry, guys. There we go. I always forget to switch my camera view. So here's the add spotlight. So from the desktop here, I did create a spotlight, or from the dashboard, excuse me. We'll call this test activity. Select those cameras, continuous, but it's not letting me hit create. For some reason that is grayed out. Do I have to like enable license plate recognition or known face for that to work? That I don't know. I don't know why I'm hitting this roadblock here. All right, so we'll skip that one. Let's move on to the next thing in the release notes. Add support for new triggers and actions in the Alarm Manager. Added support for tracking object dwell time. Okay, so if we go to playback, is it playback? No, it's got to be, oh, case manager. Streamlined incident investigation and evidence review. So this is where you can basically add a bunch of scenes from different cameras to put together a cohesive sequence of events. Smart detections only. Cameras. Oh, there's people. Me with my shorts and flip-flops. Known faces is disabled right now. I don't have LPR enabled either. Or detections. Oh, you can even do speaking audio. That's cool. I missed the smart detections. So there's like recent detections, but is it under playback? Where's the smart detections? Here's my cameras. Might have to bring this out a little bit. There's my 2 cameras. Here's my detections. Oh, there it is. It's right here. Okay, so 5 minutes ago, then I can click on this and it'll show me walking around or whatever. That's from that other camera though. Do I not have the detections for the, oh, I'm selected on that one. All right, G6-PTZ, here we go. Okay, so this is the one where I was walking around. All right. So here's 40 seconds ago. Oh, it was detecting motion on this screen right here. Oh, that's funny. Huh. Look at that. All right. Well, let's see what else do we have in the release notes. Added support for detection, re-identification, and segmentation. Detection, re-identification. So like if the AI key mislabels something, there might be some way to trigger a re-identification of a clip. Or I wonder if that happens automatically. Added support for uploading voice files from mobile devices. That's probably for the speaker horn. Added adaptive recording mode. Don't know what that is. Added advanced encoding mode for the G6 camera series. Added support for the on-screen display overlay position configuration. Added audio management support for access devices. Improve the find anything with enhanced filtering. Better search options and integrated people and vehicle detection and retrieval. Improve system logs by expanding admin activity with a clearer event grouping and enhanced filters. Improve playback, user experience, etc., etc., etc. Improve the AI port camera capacity scale. What is the AI port again? Oh, that's the thing where the AI port is where you can plug a third-party camera into it and it will become an AI-enabled UniFi Protect device. Funny, I don't see anything about patrol mode, adding patrol mode in here. Or was that in a previous release? Because I don't remember seeing it before. Interesting. All right, well, let's go to the chat. Let's see what everyone's talking about here. Let's see. Some of the new AI stuff even stacks up to the likes of Avigilon, however you pronounce that. It would be cool if you can use the network AR function with the G6-PTZ since it seems capable. That would be cool. Or if you could like, so when you're in the app, you can pan, tilt, zoom it, but there is some level of AR with the app where you can like move the camera up and down and it sort of moves the image that you're looking at, especially if you're zoomed in a little bit. I did a video on that a while back. I do wonder how UniFi would treat a prompt like learn what is typical and notify of unusual activity in the scene. So I don't think it can do that, but I will tell you this. Once I updated my home UniFi to version 6, I used to, even with the AI key in version 5, when I would go to AI detections, and I have 2 brown dogs, and when I would go to AI detections and I would type brown dog, it would return 0 results. But I tried it this morning on UniFi Protect 6, and it is now working. So the AI was definitely improved, where if I type brown dog, it now actually pulls up a whole bunch of different pictures of my dog running around the outside of the house. All right, Dark Guy 2 says, got a G6 Bullet to replace my 4K Tahua camera, hoping to get better license plate images. UniFi blew away Tahua for interface, but still could not get a great image. Bought a G6-PTZ this morning. The G4 had patrol mode, I think. I don't think. So the G4, one of the things about the G4, which was the big honkin' G4 PTZ, it didn't have patrol mode previously, but maybe it was, again, maybe it is compatible with patrol mode now that it's been added in to Protect, but I don't know exactly when it was added. So that is still an unknown. Okay, well, there is a first look at the G6-PTZ. Now, as for this one, on the outside of my house, like by my front porch, I currently have I want to say it's the AI turret. So I currently have the AI turret, and my plan is to, sometime this week or this weekend, replace the AI turret, which is a fixed camera, with this G6-PTZ and start using that instead. Because I want to use the, zoom in on people. And that's a really great feature, especially for the front of the house where people are walking by, people might be coming up to the door, UPS, FedEx, all that sort of good stuff. That's a much better use case for this one than the camera that I have there now. I do have a G5-PTZ. It's in my backyard, and I absolutely love it because I can zoom it around. I've got different preset positions for looking at different things around my backyard, and it works pretty well. All right, Average Fire Channel says, that's neat. To be fair, I think some sort of scene learning capability using the AI key would be unprecedented, and I imagine there's more than enough capability to do it. Maybe. Again, it's like the AI stuff, I think we're still kind of figuring out what the full capabilities are for any type of AI stuff. So maybe we'll see, UniFi version 7, it'll become even more powerful or something. How much is that PTZ? So this is the G6-PTZ, $399 in the US Ubiquiti store as of today, but it is currently sold out. So it came out this morning. It is now sold out. I don't know when they will get more of these back in, but it is a popular item, and I feel like it's going to be super popular. I feel like especially once the black variant of this comes out, it's going to be even more popular because I think people would prefer the darker enclosure around the camera than this white one, which sticks out a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be it for the G6-PTZ. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I will leave the stream up for a couple days. If you missed the beginning, you can go back and check it out. Oh, there goes my other camera doing its weird thing again. But I will leave this live stream up for a couple days, and then I'll pull it down probably Thursday or Friday. And if you have any questions about the G5-PTZ and you're watching this after the live stream has ended, just put it down in the comments below. And remember that Crosstalk Solutions is available for hire for all of your advanced networking needs. And we also have Rogue support for home users, small businesses who have not quite so advanced networking needs. You can open up a ticket and receive bids from qualified technicians. So both of those services are available, open to the public. I hope you guys use them, and we will see you in the next live stream.